Hi, my name's Rob Ryder, speaking out of West Cornwall. So at the moment, I'd just like to talk about the previous videos that I've uploaded, which was the Your Health in Your Hands seminar with Patrick Quanten. So I'm hoping soon, when I can get organised, to do a series of interviews with Patrick's regarding specific health issues, life issues that individuals may be facing. I've wanted to do this for quite a while now, but I didn't want to do it unless I had a foundation to work from. Otherwise, you're constantly going into the foundation and repeating yourself. Because of various circumstances, we haven't been able to get this foundation done. But Patrick was over recently with Martine, and we've got it done now. So that's the 4-part seminar, Your Health in Your Hands, which will now be the foundation for any more collaborations that we do together. And it's really basically all about life balance. As Patrick points out in the seminar, without going right through it, there are only 2 expressions in life: an outward expression, exhalation, and an inward expression, inhalation. And this balance between the two, should we say, is where you'll find your balance. Very, very rare in this system that we have not enough pressure on life. So expanding diseases are quite rare. We tended to focus on contracting diseases, which is basically too much pressure on a particular part of your system or various parts of your system for that particular person, and it's completely individual. So you've got all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names of illnesses, but Patrick nails it down to 2. One we may talk about, but looks quite rare. The one disease he talks about is too much pressure on life. Basically, most of that pressure comes from an unnatural system. So you could say it's unnatural pressure from this illusionary system that we live in. But it's how we deal with it that's important. So now I've got the foundation, I can work more on that. Now there's another couple of interviews I've done with Patrick regarding the nature of infectious diseases, the history of allopathic medicine, that are on my Rumble channel due to censorship. So I'll put a link to my Rumble channel below. So they're another aspect of the foundation that we need to work off, because we won't be repeating ourselves. There's another audio, the creation and formation of a human being via opinions, which you would need to listen to really get involved in this. Because our goal is self-empowerment and independence over our own health. You know, extreme accident, emergency apart, we are in charge of our own health. And this is what we're coming from. And for that, actually, you don't need anything exterior to yourself. You know, we don't need supplements, herbs, etc. Not that, you know, some natural therapies can support your system, but ultimately it's about your individual health balance, your exchange of information from your inner world and the outer world, and the meaning that we put on it. And that's where we'll find our individual balance. So for this series of conversations I'd like to have with Patrick, I needed the foundation. So I'm hoping within the next few weeks to kickstart this. So if you want to just keep an eye on the channel to see if this gets going. I'm hoping to do 2 interviews a month on various aspects of the details of life. So the seminar was the foundation, and now I'm trying to look at individual details. We're probably going to start with the mind and the brain and the difference between them two. The universal mind, the general human consciousness, and our individual mind. So that's probably where we'll start. I will move through there with various issues. We'll look at trauma, we'll look at allergies. I'm hoping to have a friend, because I'm not a woman, although you never know in this world, to help me do particular issues regarding women's health. We could look at diabetes, various expressions that come out of this one illness, which is basically too much pressure on life. So we're going to see where it goes. It might finish its course after 12 interviews or so, or we might find we've got more to talk about. We're just going to see how it goes. You'll have to be patient with me. Me and Patrick haven't really got any money. I'm just a window cleaner. He's semi-retired as a peasant farmer in Andalusia, so we've got no corporate backing. I've got a little bit of technology to learn, so you're going to have to bear with me, but I'm hoping to be up within the next few weeks, so keep an eye on this. It's not going to be live, it's not going to be interactive, because I'm very specific in what I want to talk about with Patrick and where it wants to go. Obviously people will be able to comment, but any replies I won't be giving specific advice, because you can't, because we've realized that health is an individual thing. I will try and read any comments, but whether I can reply and give specific answers, it's doubtful. Anybody who is a subscriber to Patrick's peculiar website will be able to put in questions, and if that kind of works, then maybe once a month, once every couple of months, we might have subscribers question session where we do like quick questions and answers from Patrick's subscribers. So Patrick has 3 websites, and so below I'm going to put a previous interview, a previous video of Patrick regarding his 3 websites. One of them is a subscription website. I think in English money it works out £15 a year. Yeah, not £5 a month or £10 a month, £15 for 1 year. That particular website is all about self-empowerment, which everything comes down to. So anyone who subscribes will be able to put in their own questions, and like I say, if we have a fair bit of interest, we might be able to do subscribers questions show or conversation for particular questions that other people might not have and I might not have thought of. We're quite relaxed at how we work together, so I've got a series of questions I'll ask. We never plan anything. I've got ideas, and on the spot other things might come out of it, and we'll just go where it takes us. It's important to see the previous work of Patrick, especially the seminar, otherwise you're not really going to understand what we're talking about, because we're trying to see life as an energetic exchange and get down right to the energetic level of things. A quick example would be allergies. In Patrick's book, Your Health in Your Hands, I think he points to a study where somebody had an allergy, but they also had multiple personalities, and it was only one of the personalities that has the allergy. So you're taking the physical allergen as the problem, which most people see, but it only affected one personality, which seems to indicate the main factor is actually a mind thing, and the meaning the mind puts on the allergen. So we're going to go further into that, which is really very interesting. So it'll be all about energy, and to understand, because we don't want to be repeating ourselves, that's the reason I've been waiting a long time to put this seminar, get it together and put it up there, because that will be the basis of what we'll be working of. Like I say, me and Patrick haven't got any corporate backing. I haven't got a studio or a backdrop. I'll try and make things as presentable as possible, but you know, we're just 2 general people trying to do our best with what we've got. If you want to support our work, the way to do it would be to subscribe to Patrick's peculiar website, and the advantage there is you can put in individual questions. Another way to support our work, because I never ask for money, don't buy me a coffee, none of this kind of stuff, buy the books. I'll put a link to our books below if you want to support what we're trying to do, because we're trying to get this out for free. But if you want to support what we're trying to do, just buy a book. Then it's a fair exchange. Then I'm not asking you for anything. If you appreciate what we're doing, if you think it's interesting what we're doing, buy the book. If you don't agree, if you don't, fair enough, don't buy the book. Yeah, simple as that, really. So that's our project. Be a little bit patient. Hope to get that out in the next few weeks. Again, so I'll put the links below to a couple of videos regarding Patrick's websites, the main book, a little video on that, which is Your Health in Your Hands, which will be the main aspect of what we're looking at. But there's other books that I myself have wrote, or I've wrote with Patrick, or Patrick's wrote with Eric Boalda, that may incorporate it, because we're looking at a full holistic look at life, which means it's not only just an analysis of illness and diet and lifestyle. You know, the political system has an enormous pressure on our life. Debt, as my book says, debt slavery, you know, that puts an enormous pressure on our lives. So we'll be looking at all the pressures, and in this way we can give some generic, practical ways that we could possibly start to empower ourselves and get a better balance that is more beneficial for us as an individual. You can only give generic advice because every single life is individual. Every single life. These are the conclusions Patrick came to, that I've came to. So this is why in any comments I won't be able to give any individual advice, because I don't know most people. If you think this is interesting, tell your friends and look out for this, because I wouldn't stand by something if I didn't believe in it. It takes me a while to stick my head out with information, and when I think or I truly believe that this information is truth, then I'll stick my head out. So that's why I wrote the book Debt Slavery. It took me a while to say, yeah, this is right, and I did it. I'm not a follower of Patrick. It's the information. Is the information that he's giving out truthful? I believe it is. Because he's gone deeper and deeper. A little bit like me, he's not happy with half-hearted answers. You know, it's the pursuit of truth. I want to know, how does this work? And you have to be a little bit obsessive when you're like that. But that's the only way you get to what I would say real truth, or at least a lot closer to real truth than most other people. And I don't know anybody out there who's taken it to this level, a purely energetic level. There's lots of good people in the alternative health, but who are still kind of seeing life as a physical process. That's fine. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm just saying I believe that Patrick's work is taking it to another level. And I think from my own experience, this is where we need to go. And we need to empower ourselves with this information, try and take it on board. And again, I'm not criticizing anybody else out there. I'm just saying this is where I've got, this was where my pursuit of truth has got to. And this is where we both think that this type of information is what people need at this moment. Because ultimately it's your own self-knowledge and your own decision making that is going to improve your life. And this is where we're going to go. So keep an eye out. Hopefully I'll have more news soon, and we'll just see how it goes. I'll put lots of links below and we'll take it from there. Okay.